After we created the CME gap on Bitcoin, we pushed up and filled it up, and right now we're seeing the first big rejection from this most important level of resistance. So on today's update video, I will be exactly talking about this level, and of course I will talk about the most important new patterns where we are currently creating, the most important trends we're currently spotting, and of course I will be talking about the Ethereum spot ETF. So I will be talking about this and many more interesting things, so don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, over the course of this weekend, we created the CME futures gap, and just like I said, for every single weekend, there's a 90% chance that if we're going to create a CME gap, it's going to get filled up on the Monday. So here on the Sunday evening, we created the CME gap, and boom, instantly we filled it up. So if you would have taken a trade on the CME gap, you would have made like 1.3% in profit. And of course, if you're using leverage, let's say 20x, you would have made like 30% in profit. So this is a very interesting trade that once again played out. And yes, just like every single weekend, the CME gap perfectly played out yet again. So currently, after the weekend is over, I believe that we're going to be getting a massive week for Bitcoin right now. So currently, Bitcoin is consolidating in this ascending triangle. We're clearly seeing that the top side is providing resistance, which is at 67.4k level. Every single time once we retesting this level, for the last 4 times at least, we're seeing major rejections from off this level. And right now, it looks to be that we're also creating a new support line, which we've already bounced from more than 3 times in a row. And currently on the imminent short term, Bitcoin is bouncing ever so slightly back towards the upside, which is of course very good to see. But we're seeing an ever so slight correction from off the top side region, and now we're still consolidating in this pattern. And I'm expecting that over the course of the coming 48 hours, we're going to be seeing a massive breakout. And whenever we break either below support, we're most likely going to be going lower. And if we break above that top side of resistance, which I still believe is the base case scenario, we are going to be flying higher for Bitcoin. So currently we can see that, of course, ultimately the trend is still looking bullish. I don't really believe that there's a big reason to be bearish on the market right now here. But what we're currently seeing is that, of course, Bitcoin is just getting rejected from this most important level of resistance. And if we were to be seeing a correction all the way back down to 64 to 63,000 US dollars, it actually would be a very good opportunity to be opening up new trade positions for the ones that actually missed out on my trade I opened here on the bottom, which is currently in a profit of about 122,000 US dollars. So if Bitcoin were to be seeing a bigger correction downwards, it would be potentially a very good opportunity, because I do believe that this level right here is going to be providing very big support, just like it did over here, and just like it provided resistance in the past as well. So if we break above this resistance here on the top side, this very key level which we got rejected from in the past, I believe that the next resistance for Bitcoin to be pushing up higher is going to be 71.6k. And 71.6k is a very important level, because you can see it found support right here, found resistance right here, found some support right here, found resistance right here. So you can see that this level has got loads and loads of significance. So whenever we do break above this range right here, I expect the continuation is going to be upwards for this range. So yeah, very interesting to be looking at. And just like I said, for everyone out there, I opened my trade here in this box right here, and my price target is at the top side of the region. So my first take profits are going to be over there, and I still really do believe that we're going to be reaching those targets, especially after Bitcoin broke the downward sloping trend, and more importantly, ever since we have been confirming a bullish uptrend, I believe that this is most likely going to be the next level Bitcoin is going to be hitting. And something very important, which is also going to be happening this week, is the spot Ethereum ETF decision, because in exactly 3 days, it's the final deadline for the spot Ethereum ETF. And currently, if we're going to be looking at the consensus of people that are betting on whether it's going to get accepted or not, there's only an 11% of acceptance. And last month, it was still 50%, and now it dropped all the way down to 11%. So in case the Ethereum ETF is going to get accepted in 3 days, the market will be absolutely shocked, and we're going to be seeing a massive pump towards the upside. So yeah, going to keep my eyes wide open on Ethereum. I'm expecting there's going to be a lot of Ethereum volatility happening, and at the end of the day, if it's not going to get accepted, it will be accepted later. And if there's going to be a big dump on the potential denial, I am actually going to be trying to long that dump because I do believe that eventually it's going to get accepted and it would only give me a better opportunity to accumulate more Ethereum. So this is one of my new trades I'm potentially going to be taking. But of course, as this is going to be playing out, I will keep you guys up to date about what I'm going to be doing. So make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date about that, because potentially I will be trying to live stream whenever this is happening to show you my trade. So let me know in the comment section down below if you do enjoy that. Subscribe to the channel with the bell notification on so you're not going to be missing out. So at the same time, funding rates remain to be negative. And if we're currently looking at the liquidation heat map, still on Bitcoin, we have not really squeezed out the majority of these short liquidations. That is still laying around 67.8k. We can still see more than $2.5 billion. It is actually starting to load up to $2.6 billion. So there's quite a lot of short liquidations still laying above us for Bitcoin. So I still do ultimately believe that Bitcoin is going to grab out that liquidity. So if you want to be joining me with my next trade on Ethereum, or if you did join me with this trade, congratulations, because I shared this trade step by step on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe right now. But if you want to be trading yourself, check out the link description of today's video, because currently if you sign up using this link below of today's video, you can currently claim a free $200 trade on Bybit. And yeah, you can claim it on Bitcoin or Ethereum. So if you want to be benefiting from that big Ethereum news that's going to come out, you could potentially make a ton of money. So how you can claim it, it's super simple. You sign up an account using the link below, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and boom, you could be claiming that insane free trade. Going further in towards the content, of course, I need to be talking about that big move that is still about to come on Bitcoin. Because if we're looking at this chart here, we can still see that actually so far, we've not seen anything for what is about to be coming next on Bitcoin. So we can currently see that Bitcoin indeed has seen this ever so slight bounce, but the biggest move is still yet to come, because if we're looking at the Bollinger Bands, we can still see that the Bollinger Bands width is extremely narrow. And always once it is so narrow, we tend to see a very, very big squeeze in momentum. So let's see how it's going to be playing out. But we're expecting that a big move is going to be happening any moment right now for Bitcoin. Of course, I discussed this many times before. I believe that currently every 20% correction we're seeing in this market is an opportunity of a lifetime you should be embracing with both hands. And that is what I did myself, and that is how I managed to make more than $120,000 from this Bitcoin long position. If we're going to be seeing this one more time in the future, you will be the first one to know if you're subscribed to the channel, so don't forget to do so. And honestly, right now we are at the beginning stage of this bull market. I mean, if I'm looking at what stage we're currently in, I mean, if we're looking back at the cycle of 2014 to 2017, the bear market consolidation, big rounding bottom structure, and basically once we broke the all-time high, we had some struggles, we came back up, and then boom, the bull market really started. And if we're going to compare it to this one right now here, we created a massive rounding bottom structure, we break that all-time high, we struggle a little bit here, and I believe that the next big rally towards the upside is just moments out to begin here. And yeah, whenever that is going to get started, you're probably going to be losing out. But like we've seen last week, we have an entire week of positive inflows, above $200 million on average for the entire week of spot Bitcoin ETF inflows. So more than $1 billion was bought last week here. You can see that the ETF inflows are almost going to a new all-time high again, which is of course very good. So I'm very curious what they're going to be buying today. But of course, that data we will be having tomorrow. So I will be keeping you guys up to date about that as well. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to slap on the like button on today's update video, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow on another one. Peace out. Goodbye.